video I'm going to show two different methods of painting Elven steel. For the first one, I'm going to use a metallic white acrylic paint and a metallic silver. What I'm going to do is go mostly with white. And then I'm just going to dab a little, one drop of silver in it, just to try to take off a little bit of the stark black and white mix. Just a little bit of shimmer of the silver. I like to do all of my Elven steels with a pulling instead of like a pushing method. So it's already been plastic dipped black. That's all this is so far. I usually hold my paintbrush at the end or in the middle, and I kind of just let it fall where it naturally wants to fall. I don't really guide it much. Might have heard from people before saying that Elven steel is supposed to look like lightning bolts. That's not really the case. The actual wording is veins. Try to paint it too much like, pull up a picture of lightning bolts on Google and go with that. It's just not going to look like a natural metal. I'm trying to go for a natural metal look. As you can see, there's not much thought into my patterning on this. Unless I try to make it look more patterned, the better it's going to come out, because natural is random. It's not patterned. Do add a little bit of wave into it, just because I don't want straight lines. That's basically it. Sometimes I get a little more up on the tip, but I think that's okay for this weapon. So as you can see, I have the classic Elven steel look now. First, I'm just going to start off with a just plain silver. I'm going to use a decent amount of that on this. I'm going to use one of the 3M stripping pads. I'm going to do that kind of a grind look technique. So I get some on my stripping pad, dab some off, and what I do is on the edge here where the blade would be, just kind of pull down. Basically the general look of the Elven steel sword that you're used to, except now I have some grind marks in it too. What I'm going to do now is, the first thing, I'm going to take a little bit of just the white that I painted the lines with. Just like the grind mark technique, I'm going to use the same sponge, the grind scruffy pad, but I'm going to get it really dry. I'm just going to kind of tap the sword in some different spots throughout it. It just kind of gives kind of a speckled look. You can see it really good right down in here. I'm trying not to do it too thick, but you can see it throughout the whole blade of this pen. We're going with our metallic black paint at this point. Use a ton of it. Fun. First thing we're going to do is the same thing we just did with the white. This is a really busy sword right now. Finally, using that black again, should probably let it dry between these layers. I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is that same grind market technique again. I can tell already that I did not let it dry enough between the other layers because I am spreading it a little bit. But this is the idea throughout the whole sword. This one came out a little busy because of the shape of the sword. Honestly, it's a little bit busier than I would like it to be. It's a little bit brighter than I would like it to be. But I'm just trying to show the overall idea of how to do that. Here's the sword I painted yesterday. And this is more along the lines of what I'm looking for. You can see there's a little more flat in between each side there. I left that black, that helped a little bit. My grind marks on my new one were a little bit too bright. I think I would mix in a little bit more silver, maybe even a dab of black, just to dumb it down a little bit. But it's the same overall look. Still tell it's Elven steel. That's actually right there is good lighting, and you can see exactly how it looks. Because I do know it reflects the lighting, it's hard to see.